What's up, Raging Nation? How's it going? This is Alex here, and you're watching a Raging Roller review. I got a review for you. Last Thursday, I saw Deadpool, and Deadpool is one of my most highly anticipated films of 2016. I, and we, as in we the fans, have been waiting for this film for a very, very long time, and it's finally here. Here's my review, and before I begin this review, I just want to say that this review will contain spoilers. It's not a full-on spoiler talkback discussion video, it's a review that contains spoilers. And the reason why I'm doing this is because, look, you either want to watch Deadpool or you don't. If you don't want to watch Deadpool, then watch this review. Maybe I can convince you to go watch it. But if you plan to watch Deadpool, don't watch any reviews. This is a very, very unique type of comic book movie experience, and you should go in with absolutely no expectations because it is very, very different from what you're used to. Alright, with that being said, I'm going to continue with my review. So first of all, Deadpool, the iconic anti-hero from Marvel Comics created by Rob Liefeld and Fabian Nicieza, is finally on the big screen. We've waited for a very, very long time, and producer Lauren Shuler Donner, along with Ryan Reynolds, have been fighting to get this film off the ground for a very, very long time. I mean, ever since we saw Wade Wilson in X-Men Origins Wolverine, a lot of the fans were thinking this character needs to be done justice, and it is finally done justice. Thanks to Ryan Reynolds, who plays the title character, and of course, director Tim Miller, they have brought the best version of this iconic character and lovable character onto the big screen, and they finally did it justice. I really enjoyed this film. I think it's a great film, and it is great because the filmmakers, Ryan Reynolds, everybody involved did not give a crap. They just didn't care. They wanted to make the movie they wanted to make. Essentially, they translated the comic book to the big screen in live action, and it totally worked. Now, if you're expecting something like Batman or Superman or Avengers, high-flying superheroes and shiny sequences with lots and lots of big-budget action sequences, forget about it, okay? Because this is not that type of movie. This is a hard R-rated comic book movie. Now, we've seen these types of movies before, like, for example, a Watchmen, the Blade franchise, but this is different because at least this is within the same universe as X-Men. I'm talking about Bryan Singer's X-Men. This Deadpool film actually is within the same timeline, so that's what makes this film unique, because they will make references to the Bryan Singer films and the X-Men universe and everything else. And that's what's so great about, that's also what's so great about Deadpool, is because the character, the film itself is completely self-aware. It knows that it's in a movie, and it does what Deadpool does in the comics, and it breaks the fourth wall, and it does it very, very, in a very, very amusing way, and it totally works. It totally works for the character. And man, this movie is a lot of fun. It's action-packed. It's full of humor. It's really, really funny, and it's all because of Ryan Reynolds, T.J. Miller, their back and forth dialogue, the fact that director Tim Miller, they pretty much stuck the big middle finger to the studios and said, look, we're going to make the movie that we want to make, because the studios were holding back on a film like this because they were scared. They were scared to produce a movie that is rated R. They were worried what it would do for the industry. And I will say this. This is a positive game changer for the industry, because I think that when I was in the theaters, all the fans or all the audience members really, really were pleased with what they saw, especially the fans. So, a lot of action. The action is great. The action is really well choreographed, and it really is violent. I'm talking about gory violence, very ultra violent, and that's totally cool because it's in the nature of the character. Another thing that's in the nature of the character is, of course, the humor. A lot of crude humor. We're talking about vulgar comedy, and when Ryan Reynolds and T.J. Miller, they go back and forth, it gets quite out of control, to be completely honest. I love the X-Men references, love the Stan Lee's cameo. It's probably one of the best Stan Lee cameos ever, okay? Because you just didn't expect that. I love the direction of the film. I love the fact that, it's not like I said, it's not a superhero film with a lot of glossy set pieces and everything looks so clean and shiny. It's not that. This is a hard R-rated comic book movie. And the character drops F-bombs, and therefore the film is going to take place in the nastiest of places. For example, dark alleys, rainy streets, strip bars, bars filled with thugs. You know what I'm saying? It's a very, very edgy type of film, and they had the balls to make a film like this, and I totally commend them for that. Much respect to the filmmakers and Ryan Reynolds for not caring what the studios think, because they just went ahead and made their film. So that was awesome. Another thing that I liked about this movie was that Colossus is finally done justice. I mean, sure, we saw Daniel Cudmore as Colossus in the Bryan Singer X-Men films, but it was more like a cameo appearance. We never saw him speak. We never really got to see him in action. He did some things here and there, but now we get to see Colossus as he would have appeared if he was translated directly from the comic books, which he does appear like. I mean, that's the way he looks like in the comics, and he looks awesome in the film. And the character is done justice because of the way he is. All right, and then they made some changes to well, they didn't really make changes, but they provided their own version of Negasonic Teenage Warhead, along with Angel Dust and Ajax, and I thought they were totally fine. I'm totally cool with the way they handled them. It was a lot of fun. The fight scenes were great, well choreographed. I guess the only thing that I was curious about is what's going to happen to Vanessa Carlisle's character. Is she going to become copycat later on in the next films? I'm wondering about that. I mean, it was cool to see her in it, but wait a minute, isn't she a mutant? But anyways, like I said, I really, really enjoyed this film. The film is only an hour and 40 minutes, and I think that's totally fine. It was expertly paced, and like I said, there's a lot of things that really keep you amused. Not just the action and the humor, but just watching Deadpool be Deadpool. And Ryan Reynolds, I guess, play himself. I mean, I guess when he played Hannibal King in Blade Trinity, that was like the precursor to or rather, a prologue of things to come for Deadpool. So, if you like watching Ryan Reynolds crack jokes, this movie's for you. All right. Now, not every film is perfect, and Deadpool in no way is perfect. Some people will say it's perfect, but it's not a perfect film. It's thin on plot. It's thin on characters, but it's not really, it doesn't need to be perfect. And it's fine that it's thin on plot and characters. All I really care about this film is Deadpool. This film is all about Deadpool. It's completely self-indulgent, and for a film like this, it needs to be. Because, the title character is, of course, the one who runs the show. So it's all about him, and we're really just watching him dance around and yell out comedy. It's all about his comedy and all his physical actions and all that. And then, anyways, 8 out of 10. I'm going to give the movie an 8 out of 10. Really, really enjoyed it. I really want to watch it again, actually. And I can't wait to see the next one. All right, I hope it comes soon. I hope it comes in 2 years, actually. It's going to make a lot of money, and there you have it. That's all I got to say. 8 out of 10. Go check it out, all right? Anyways, as always, if you enjoyed this review, hit the like button, subscribe to the YouTube channel, like me on Facebook, The Raging Nation. Also follow me on Twitter, @RagingNation. My name's Alex Yu. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Peace.
Doesn't seem so tough.